All right, man, let's get into it. Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit us up on a voicemail line, 219-413-9405. And of course, we'll play your take back on our next episode. Just kind of want to give you guys an update on the NFL divisional round, some crazy matchups there, and also some new head coaching positions are available. Some new head coaching positions are filled. So let's recap on all of these head coach openings and the jobs that have been filled. Now, we have a lot of head coach openings in the NFL. There's got to be some sort of record of the amount of changes that's happened. So most recently, the team that needs a new head coach right now, and this happened today, Buffalo Bills fired Sean McDermott. So the Bills, they just recently lost to the Broncos in the divisional round, and a day later, they fired head coach Sean McDermott. So now the Buffalo Bills need a head coach. The Miami Dolphins need a head coach. The Baltimore Ravens need a head coach. The Arizona Cardinals need a head coach. The Tennessee Titans need a head coach, the Cleveland Browns need a head coach, and the Las Vegas Raiders need a head coach. So it's a lot of teams going on it's a lot of teams that need a head coach in the NFL right now. So it's very, very shocking. So some of the coaches that have filled the position in the NFL right now, Giants, they hired John Harbaugh, who was fired by the Baltimore Ravens. The Atlanta Falcons recently hired Kevin Stefanski, who was fired by the Cleveland Browns. And as of right now, that's it. Those are the only coaches those are the only teams with head coach slots that have been filled. We still have, 7 slots to be filled in the NFL for head coaches. So it's a lot of teams that's going to look different, and a lot of coaches that's going to have to prove themselves with some of these teams, because some of these locations aren't really desirable. At this point, the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills are probably the most desirable positions. And outside of that, I don't see many other places that you can go to win right now if you're a head coach. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out with the rest of the offseason for some teams and the rest of this postseason for a lot of teams who are still competing. So we'll see. But anyway, let's recap some of the division games, because these division games were nuts, man. So one of the first games in the divisional round here was the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Now, this game here was crazy. The Denver Broncos ended up winning this ball game 33-30, and it was monumental. So we've seen, from what I've seen, so in this game here, the Bills, they look just like the Bills we've seen all game. This was or all season. The Buffalo Bills in this matchup against the Broncos look like the Buffalo Bills we've seen all year. Winning game, or they didn't win, obviously, but playing these games, keeping it competitive while making multiple mistakes after mistake. Like, I've seen them do this where they have these silly plays. Josh Allen is up and down throughout the game, but yet they still find a way to win. It just so happened that in this divisional game against a great Denver Broncos defense, they were not able to capitalize and win the ball game. They came close, but they did not win. You can't win these type of games when you have multiple turnovers like this. Josh Allen had 2 interceptions. That was nasty. Like, it was just some of these things. They had some fumbles. Josh Allen had it was nasty, man. It was a sloppy game for the Denver Broncos, and sloppy game for the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry. And credit to the Denver Broncos for capitalizing and making sure they won this game. I think now, witnessing this game, a lot of us can honestly say that Bo Nix is somewhat of an elite quarterback, and I don't think it's a debate about it. We've seen him all season. He's played consistent, and now in this playoff game, he's been pretty consistent. He did have an interception, but ultimately, he still almost threw for 300 yards and had 3 touchdown passes. So I look at what Bo Nix was out there doing, and this man was balling. He played solid. He kept his composure. He didn't get rattled when there was pressure. Like, I liked what I seen out of the Denver Broncos, and also, too, that defense. That defense has been a problem all year long, and we've seen them come alive and win this ball game. The only suck part about this Broncos and Buffalo Bills game is the fact that Bo Nix is hurt. So if you haven't heard yet, Bo Nix finished the game with a fractured ankle or sprained ankle. Either way, he's going to be done for the year. So now the Denver Broncos will have to rely on the backup quarterback to step in and win this conference championship and send them to the Super Bowl. So crazy there. And for those who are wondering who the backup quarterback is, I can actually find that for you. So the backup quarterback for the Denver Broncos, let me see here. It's going to be, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Jarrett Stidham. I think that is it. Jarrett Stidham, but came from Auburn. And he's got some time in preseason and like times where Bo Nix wasn't there. But we'll see what happens, man. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this goes down. Other than that, man, it was a great game between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Above all, I did kind of want the Bills to win, but I just knew you weren't going to be able to play around with that Broncos team, man. That's a good team there. Other than that, look, so the game the game Saturday outside of the Bills and them was the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers. Good gracious. 49ers, I know they were hurt. All right, hear me clear. I know the 49ers were hurt. Like, I get it. They didn't have a George Kittle. They had a lot of missing receivers. They've been hurt all year. They lost some linemen. They lost a lot of people on defense. I get it, man. 49ers been hurt. But damn, 41-6? You let the Seahawks smack you 41-6? Oh my gosh. 6 points is all you could get up. I'm going to just leave it at I have nothing else to say. That game, that shows you how that game went. That's how that game went. 41-6. The Seahawks smacked them. So now the Seahawks is going to the conference championship game in the NFC, and they will take on the winner of the Rams and the Bears, which I'll say at this point, we'll explain. Patriots and the Texans was the first game on Sunday, and Patriots ended up smacking the Texans. And I just gotta say, man, it was kind of a boring game. CJ Stroud. Okay, so Texans and Patriots, this game was kind of a boring game. But oddly enough, CJ Stroud is the one that made this game the most entertaining because he continued to fucking throw pick after pick, man. Like, I can't believe it. We gonna have some serious conversations about CJ Stroud in a minute because this performance and the performance he's been having all week has been very, very bad. And I know his offensive line isn't always there and giving him the best protection. And honestly, the offensive line is really bad at times. But damn it, 4 interceptions in a playoff game that can send you to the conference championship, just unacceptable. The Patriots defense is not that damn good. Absolutely not. We're not letting that slide that, they had CJ Stroud so rattled. No, these were some point blank passes. I'm talking receivers just going on a basic out route and CJ Stroud can't even get it to his wide receiver. He's throwing it behind him, which is leading to an interception. Nah, man, this was bad. And the sad part about this game is the fact that although CJ Stroud threw 4 interceptions, this game was still a lot closer than what the score reflects. The Texans still had a chance to stay in striking distance and actually, if CJ Stroud was on his game, almost possibly win a game. Like, they still stayed in striking distance, but it was just unacceptable, man. I can't accept it. And then for the Patriots, I just got to say, look, so it's on record. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm above, hating because hey, I'm regular too. I have the right to hate on a team if I want to. And aside from me being a hater on the New England Patriots, I truly, truly think this team is just so fraudulent, man. The Patriots are so fraudulent. They've had easy matchup after easy matchup all season long in the regular season. Then they go to the playoffs and they have easy matchup after easy matchup after easy matchup. Like, come on, man. Like, the Patriots are flawed. They don't do anything in the game that's just genuinely wowing me every time I watch them play. It's a very basic play style from them, which is on brand for the Patriots, but I'm not seeing anything where I'm like, oh man, they're gonna kill this next team doing this, or they're gonna murder it. They're really good at certain things, don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing anything that they're just so spectacular at where they're going to dominate whoever their next opponent is when they finally play some competition. And we see their next game is going to be against the Broncos, but it's not going to be Bo Nix. So this Patriots team, they just continue to get break after break after break, and they're fraudulent, man. I genuinely just think this team is very fraudulent, and I have no faith in them. I don't think they'll end up being solid at all. And then the last game here just crazy, was the LA Rams and the Chicago Bears. What a game. Just what a game. Like, I need to take a second because that's how good this game was. It was a very defensive game between the Bears and the Rams. Obviously, it wasn't a crazy high-scoring game or anything like that. A very defensive game. And I actually genuinely enjoyed it, watching this defensive masterpiece from both sides of the ball. The Bears defense stood tall, came to play, and the Rams defense stood tall, came to play. We've seen some crucial stops on fourth down from the LA Rams, and this ultimately led them to winning the game. But man, I mean, from quarterback play of Stafford and just being dialed in on a game-winning drive in overtime, and then seeing Caleb Williams just throw up. I mean, this magic that they had all season, it clearly ran out, but just how entertaining. Caleb Williams throwing a 50-yard bomb after just running backwards and just throwing a 50-yard bomb for a touchdown and send it to overtime. Just nuts. It was just nuts. And also the thing here, okay, so I know, Caleb Williams, masterpiece throws. Insane throws. He's been doing it all postseason. Some of the best throws that some of us have seen in our childhood and or I ain't even gonna say that. Some of the best throws that a lot of us have seen in the NFL in general. So I don't even want to discredit what he's been doing. However, in this game against the Rams, you cannot not win a ball game throwing 3 interceptions. Absolutely not. And especially one of those interceptions being in overtime. Now, you can sit here, blame DJ Moore if you want to. You can blame Caleb Williams if you want to. Either way, if you blame DJ Moore, it don't matter because Caleb Williams still threw 2 other interceptions earlier in the game. Blame whoever it is. It does not matter. That cannot happen as a team in terms of making mistakes. So I'm not blaming Caleb Williams. I'm not blaming DJ Moore. I'm not blaming all the other receivers. I'm just saying that can't happen as a team when you're playing against an elite team like the LA Rams, who have the experience, who have the talent, and have the offensive ability to score and win the ball game on a game-winning drive, just as they did. So, it was a great game. I loved it, but ultimately, man, wow, I was thoroughly impressed, and it was just a great game. And it's scary that Ben Johnson did this in his first year with the Bears. But, hey, as I always say, offseason comes and everybody gets better. It's not just the teams in the postseason. A lot of teams that didn't make the postseason also get better. So as guys get new coordinators, new coaches, there's plenty of coaches that's going to be moved around. We'll see what happens. Trades are going to happen. Free agents, all of these different things. So we'll see what happens. And other than that, though, man, look, that's all I got for you guys. So I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit us up on IG at The Run Podcast, Facebook at The Run Podcast, TikTok at The Run Podcast, YouTube, The Run with Manny Wilson, and Twitter at Podcast The Run. And I'm going to leave on a positive note. The positive note today is just going to be as simple as health is wealth, man. Health is wealth. Be healthy. Take care of yourself. Do what you got to do mentally, physically, spiritually. Health is wealth. I'll leave it at that. Other than that, man, that's all I got. So I appreciate you for tuning in, and we will be back later on this week, and so on and so on and so on.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.